Hello, my dear children. I hope you all are good. Today we will do reading of chapter 3, The Trick That Did Not Work. But before we will start this chapter, we will do the reading. Let us go through some difficult words they have given. Number 1, fiery eyes means angry eyes. Below, the loud sound made by an animal. Craftily means cleverly. Into means following close behind. Conceited, proud. Exhaustion, tiredness. Revived, wake up after fainting. Mane, the long hair on the neck of a male lion. Arrogant, thinking that you are better and important than other people. So let us begin the chapter. There is the gist of the story. A pair of jackals become ministers to the king of the jungle and use trickery to keep him under their control, but they do not realize the power of friendship. This classic tale from the Panchtantra shows why trying to fool others can be a very foolish thing. So this story is about two jackals that became the minister of the king, and they used to befool lion and wanted to keep the lion, the king of the jungle, under their control, but they did not realize the power of friendship. So this story has been taken from the book Panchtantra. Panchtantra is written by Vishnu Sharma, where the animals plays the characters, and the stories depict some morals. Deep inside a dark jungle, there lived a lion. He was a big, handsome lion with golden mane and fiery eyes. His name was Jung, and he was the king of the jungle. So, in the jungle, who was a king? A lion called Jung. Like all kings, he too had ministers to whom he listened when he was in a good mood. Like other kings, he also had ministers. Jung's ministers were two jackals, Chalu and Golu. The jackals, especially Chalu, were very cunning. They kept the king happy by telling him only what he liked to hear, and they agreed with everything he said. They sang his praises and told him that he was the bravest and the strongest king on earth. Now, the king, Jung, he was also having two ministers, Chalu and Golu. They both were very cunning, and they kept the lion under their control by telling that he is the strongest king in the world. Naturally, the king believed that his ministers were faithful and loyal. He thought he was lucky to have such wise ministers. So he looked after them, fed them, and took them along wherever he went. The jackals hardly did any work. They did not have to fight their enemies to protect themselves, nor did they have to hunt for food like other animals. He used to feed them, take care of them, and they did not need to fight their enemies to protect themselves. He used to provide the food also. They grew fat on whatever Jung killed. Soon they became very arrogant and did not allow any other animal to come near the lion or become friendly with them. One day Jung was at the river for a drink when he heard an animal bellow. It was so loud that the whole jungle echoed with the sound and startled the lion. He had never heard anything like it before. In fact, he had rarely heard the call of other animals, since they were all scared of him and stayed as far away from him as possible. Now wonder what happened. Jung was on the bank of the river when he suddenly heard a loud bellow. It was a sound made by an animal. He was scared of the sound. He had never heard a sound like this. Frightened by the sound, he went rushing back to his den. Pale with fear, his ministers were surprised to see the king trembling with fear and wanted to know what had happened. Now he was he was frightened of the sound, and he quickly went back to his den. His ministers were surprised to see the king like this. At first, Jung would not tell them anything. He was too ashamed to let them know that he, the king of the jungle, was afraid of a sound. But the next day, the same thing happened. Then Jung called his ministers and told them that he had decided to leave the jungle and go away. First, he did not tell them. The king, the lion, did not tell Golu and Chalu about the sound that has scared him. But next day, when it happened again, he asked his minister that he has decided to leave the jungle. Chalu and Golu were very disappointed to hear this. What would happen to them if lion went away? Now they were worried about themselves. If the lion will leave the jungle, then what will happen to them? They would have to work to find their food and would have to live in fear of other wild animals. No, they could not let the lion go to another jungle. They begged and pleaded with Jung till he told them that he had been frightened by a terrible sound. It could only belong to a strong beast who feared no one else in the jungle. So they were thinking about themselves. If the lion will leave the jungle, then they have to live in fear of other animals, and then they have to find their own food. So they begged and pleaded the lion till the lion told them that he is scared of a sound made by an animal, and I think that he is the most strongest animal in the jungle. Hearing this, the two jackals smiled to themselves, for they knew that there could not be any animal in the jungle strongest than the lion. So when they heard this, they smiled. Why? Because they were knowing that no any other animal in the jungle is as powerful as the lion is. They thought that Jung was very foolish. Just because the animal had made a loud noise, it did not mean that it was more powerful than the lion. But they did not say this to the lion. Instead, Chalu said that he would go and find out more about that animal. Now, both of them they knew that no any other animal can be as strong as the lion, but they did not say this to lion. Instead, Chalu said that he would go and find about that animal. What if the beast kill you? Asked Jung. To this Chalu replied craftily. The Chalu replied very cleverly. A faithful servant is not afraid of losing his life in the service of his master. See how clever he was. The king was very pleased with this reply, and Chalu, with Golu in tow, went off towards the river. Now together they went towards the river. To their surprise, the jackals found that the animal that had frightened the lion was a big bull. Now, which animal was making that loud noise? A bull who had lost his way in the jungle. Chalu scolded the animal for making so much noise and disturbing the king of the jungle. The bull became quiet immediately. He told Chalu that he did not know his way around and that he was willing to go and tell the king that he was very sorry for annoying him, but he first wanted the king to promise not to harm him. Now Chalu scolded the animal why he was making the voice, and then he said, "You have annoyed the king." So immediately Bull stopped making noise. Then he said, "I'm sorry for making this. I would like to go and meet the king, and I will beg for the pardon, but first thing is there that king should promise not to harm it." The jackals told the bull to wait right there, and off they went to Jung and told him that the creature that was making all the noise was only a bull. But the bull was no ordinary bull. He was a messenger of the gods, and the gods themselves had granted him permission to roam wherever he pleased. Now they said, "Okay, you wait here," and they went to the king of the jungle, the lion, and they said that the animal that was making noise was a bull, but he's not an ordinary bull. He is the bull that gods have sent him and granted the permission to roam wherever he pleased. "Ah, I should have known," cried Jung. It was clear from his loud and fearless bellowing that he had extraordinary powers. What should I do now?" The king said, "Yes, from his loud sound, I knew that he had extra powers. Now, what should I do?" The cunning Chalu replied, "I told the bull that he might be a king anywhere else, but here only you are the king." See how smart they were. Chalu said, "But I said that bull, if you might be king anywhere, but here only the king is Our king, that is you. Jung sat up very straight and looked very conceited. Now he was feeling very proud. Chalu added, I also told him that if he wants to live in the jungle, he has to come and say sorry to you. So Chalu said, I told him if he wants to live in the jungle, he has to come and feel sorry. The lion was so pleased by now that he was almost purring like a cat. And what did the bull have to say to that? He wanted to know. Now he was very proud and he was very happy on listening all these things. Chalu replied, he has agreed to come and bow before you on the condition that you promise not to harm him. The lion agreed happily. The two jackals looked at each other and smiled. They knew that the lion was now completely in their power and would agree to anything they said, and soon the bull would be in their power too. The trick was to keep the lion scared of the bull and the bull afraid of the lion. Now they both were happy, and what was their trick? Their trick was to befool both the lion and the bull so that they can be under their control. So they went and told the bull that they would take him to the lion. They warned him that the king was very short tempered and cruel, but that he need not be afraid. If you do what we say and listen to us always, you will be safe. They told him and promised to protect him from the lion. Now they went to the bull and they said, King is very short tempered and very cruel, but you don't worry. If you will listen to us, you will be safe always. The bull was very grateful to the jackals. He went with them to the king and bowed low before him. He said to the lion, I'm sorry for making so much noise and disturbing you. Now the bull went to the king with jackal. The lion raised his paw as if to say it was all right. Then he asked the bull to sit beside him and tell him all about himself. The bull sat down, surprised by the lion's gentleness. He told the king, I am from a nearby city. I was carrying a load for a merchant to another city through the jungle. On the way, I fell down from exhaustion. The merchant, thinking me dead, left me and went away, but I revived in a few days. I fed on the green grass of the jungle and became strong and healthy. However, I was very lonely. That is why I was calling out like that, he ended. Now, Jung asked the bull to sit beside him and tell him about himself. Then he said that he was carrying a load for a merchant to another city, but due to exhaustion, due to tiredness, he fell down, and his master thought that he is dead, so he left him there and went away. But after a few days, he woke up after fainting. Okay, then he said, I fed on the green grass of the jungle and became strong. I was shouting like this because I was feeling very lonely. The lion by now had taken a great liking to the bull. He told the bull to stay in the jungle and be his friend. You will never be lonely now, said the lion. You must live with me and tell me tales of the city. Now, King started liking the bull. He said, don't feel lonely. You do one thing. You can live with me and you will never feel lonely. So the bull stayed on. He told Jung many stories about distant places and people. The lion became so fond of the bull that he almost forgot his ministers. He had no time for them now. Thus, the jackals realized that those who try to act too clever and fool others end up fooling only themselves. Now, the bull used to tell many, stories about distant places and people. Now, King, he used to like the bulls as much that he forgot about his ministers. So after that, they realized, both Chalu and Golu realized that if somebody try to make fool of others, somebody try to befool others, what happens? They end up fooling only themselves. So we should not try to befool anyone. So with these children, we have completed the reading of the chapter. Exercises we will do in our upcoming videos. Till then, goodbye.